Indiana Jones. It's a podcast about Indiana Jones. Every movie, 1 minute at a time. The Indiana Jones Minute.
Welcome back to the Indiana Jones Minute, the podcast in which we celebrate and discuss the film Raiders of the Lost Ark 1 minute at a time. I'm Tom Taylor.
I'm Pete Mummert.
I'm Jerry Porter.
And I'm Sean Crespo. I'm their guest.
Welcome, guest Sean.
Hello, friend host.
It's good to have you here with us.
We sound really like Amish or Mormon, don't we?
Yes. We're
Okay,
lightly
let's
stroking
start this over.
Yeah. Hey, fellow brothers of the sect.
Here's a red ball. Catch.
Oh, great.
Well, here we are to talk about minute 91
Yeah.
of Raiders, and it's going to be good. Minute 91 begins with those guys still dancing at the dock, and it ends with Marion staring into Sala's eyes.
I like that this song is like a nice counterpoint to the Diggers work song.
Oh, it kind of is.
It
Kind of a
definitely
nice,
is, yeah.
like Seaport Rumpus Mischief work song.
Would you call it a ditty?
Well, sure. Who
It's
wouldn't
like
call it a ditty?
It's like as close as indie gets to like a cappella.
Right.
Sure.
Hey, welcome. We're the Indiana Notes. India Notes.
I think
That's what
I
they'd
don't
be
know if
called.
this is weird or not. Maybe I'm just being, pedantic and annoying. But last Indy talked to Sala. He said, "Meet me at Omar's." We didn't see Sala at Omar's, but we assumed that he met him there.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like he's saying hi to Indy and Marion, like, "Oh, you just got here. Awesome. Like everything's okay now that you're here." But like, why weren't they already together? I'm being annoying.
No, that's a great point. I mean, we're all assuming that's Omar's.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't have a sign that said Omar's.
Well, no, we're meeting them halfway.
It did have
I'm
a sign
saying-
that said Omar's, actually.
See what Pete said.
Oh, look at him fact checking.
Oops, he read the words on
Boring.
the screen.
But see this like awkward, oh, hi guys. Yeah, we haven't seen each other yet. Kind of plays into a theory I'm working on for the next minute.
Oh, God. All right. Well,
I really did not do enough homework. You have a theory.
we all feel the same way, don't worry.
Yeah.
It's like, I like this movie. Is that all we're going to say?
You see him punch that guy?
That was
was
good.
sweet.
That was good. He's good at punching.
I feel like somebody needs to let Pete back out into the backyard again and run around.
Go, boy. Be free.
Yeah.
Just woke up and Pete's got theories.
Well, that whole minute is just about like a really beautiful bromance, right? Like
Oh, yeah.
that is just leading up to this one thing that was not a thing that happened all the time in movies back then. Like that was neat that it happened when I saw that.
The deep hug of,
Yeah.
of longing and farewell.
And then, like, not to bring, we will discuss it in the next minute, but there's another, like, sort of, I'm cool being a dude moment with another dude moment.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
true.
Well, but I mean, before we get to all that, I thought
Yeah.
just when you first see, Katanga, first of all, I wanted to say he's always been one of my favorite characters in the whole movie. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe
He's
besides
my very favorite.
Yeah, he's my very favorite character too. I mean, he's probably better than Indiana Jones, which I'll only say this 1 minute, but it is true. It
It's
is
on
true. But I thought about it, and I thought, I often talk in this podcast about why I love Indy, because he's so disastrously unorganized, and he makes it up as he goes along, and it's he's a really dirty, hot mess, and I can do that. I relate to that. I can do that. But my admiration for Katanga comes from a completely different place, because Katanga does what I cannot do, and that is look that amazing in a plain white turtleneck.
Yeah, white turtleneck, that is hard to do. That is like tennis wear, like fall tennis wear.
Yeah, and it's not like being a boat captain is a tidy, clean job. Like he's, messing around with. He should be filthy by all accounts.
And very, very few people can actually get away with wearing a hat.
Well, there've been a lot of hats in this movie.
Yeah, there have been, but that's what makes this movie so great, is because in the real world, you go out there and you see a lot of people, not everybody, but you see a lot of people who shouldn't be wearing hats, and you're like, yeah, but Katanga, if there's one person who should be wearing a hat,
Yeah.
I mean, not all the time. He can go either way. He's that great, and obviously Indy too. But the hat, it's like in this case, it's sort of, does the hat make the man, or it's like, well, with Katanga, the man makes the hat.
Yeah.
He's also sort of like a little bit standing in for the viewer, because he's got that moment with the what does he say? You look exactly as I expected.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's like, we all know Indy. We all know and love what a rumpled hot mess he is, like you said, and he's the character in the movie that finally acknowledges, like, yup, this guy. Right?
Yeah. Ain't he a mess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta love him. That's the guy the movie's about. We don't have a choice.
I don't know if it's too easy to dive. Well, we just laid eyes on Katanga, so maybe it's too soon to jump into this. But as we're talking about it, I'm like, oh my God, is he the good guy version of Belloc in some way?
Ooh.
Like, he is totally together, totally cool,
Dressed
totally
in white.
spotless, dressed in white. He's got the hat at a jaunty angle.
He knows he's cool. He stands off to the side.
Yeah, like you can apply all of those things to Belloc, except Belloc's a
Yeah, he's got men at his disposal, people who work for him. He runs literally a tight ship.
Yeah.
He really could be. That's a good point. And he's also wearing white again.
Right, yeah. He's
But maybe Katanga is some other ship captain's Belloc. Like maybe there's another ship captain driving around somewhere and his boat's a mess. And Katanga just comes along and takes his cargo.
Yeah. Or maybe Katanga just stole the ship.
There's a guy trapped on an island with a volleyball dying slowly. And Katanga's like, hey, Mai Tais for the crew. Thanks for mutinying last week. Yeah. Sure.
Well, and look, there's a lot of people who have made me want to spit out of hatred and anger, but not Katanga. He makes me want to spit just because I want to emulate him.
Katanga sounds like the name you would make as a kid if you were punching somebody, like Katanga. Boom.
It is. It's a comic book sound effect.
It totally is. Yeah.
Katanga.
Actually, I looked it up, and it is the former province of the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Really?
Yeah, Katanga was a former province of the Democratic Republic of Congo up until 2015.
Oh, that's
weird.
awesome.
Yeah.
Then what
That's
happened?
Last year. I don't know. It was boarded, and
They got Katanga.
Yeah.
That's like in Zombieland, right? Was it with what's his name, Lex Luthor, Jesse Eisen Richardson.
How dare you call him Lex Luthor? What's the matter with you?
I have trouble. I can't remember actors' names, but he in the movie they don't they call everybody like Columbus, Ohio, and Tallahassee.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Head of its time.
Yeah, that might not even be his name. They just call him Katanga.
Well, when you first see Katanga, and Pete, you're kind of this will appeal to you. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but it's a very film noirish type vibe.
The lighting is spectacular.
The lighting,
like that blue.
and he's sitting there smoking.
Yeah.
And he actually looks suspect.
Because
he doesn't like. You're not sure if you trust this guy. And what's strange is Sala is a little stern with Katanga. You get the vibe. It's like, well, you're pretty sure he trusts him, but what he says is, quote, "I will hear of it if they are not treated well."
Right. It's weird.
And you're like, you wouldn't say that to your super bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're like, Indy's like, can we trust these guys? And he's like, yeah. And so you immediately kind of get the sense, because Sala's connected. Sala knows Omar. He knows all the diggers. He's like, he knows the imam. He's connected all around the place. You assume that like Katanga's his buddy, and Sala made this connection with him. But then he's like, yeah, you better take care of these guys or it's not going to be good. Like, he's spelling it out for him. You're like, oh, wait a minute. Are you guys pals? Or did you just meet him and you got to, make this clear or something?
Well, maybe not surprisingly, I'm reading this scene a little bit differently, but
Uh-huh.
I think it's interesting that Indy doesn't trust Katanga. Like Indy kind of asks, "Can I trust this guy?" And I think Sala and Katanga are having a laugh at poor Indy's expense.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
they know they like each other and trust each other, so let's play with this guy.
yeah, kind of that, and like I think maybe Sala's being sarcastic. I'll hear of it if they're not treated well.
Oh, okay. Like he's
Huh?
like,
And then Sala, he has that kind of passive aggressive hug with Indy, where he like crushes the poor injured guy.
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
that passive aggressive or is that 100% sincere?
Well, now hang on, because I watched this, and I thought to myself, what do you think when Indy tells Sala, "You're my good friend"? Is Indy just laconic or like reticent when it comes to affection? Like, I mean, I feel after all Sala has done for this I mean, he helped him get the Ark. He helped him get out of there.
Yeah.
He's instrumental to everything.
Yeah.
And he says, "You're my good friend." And so is this just an example of like Indy is just once again emotionally distant?
Yeah, and how does Sala respond? He doesn't answer Indy. Instead, he looks at Marion and says, "I will miss you," or "I'm already missing you."
Well, Indy, I mean,
He says that to Indy, I think. He says, "I'm already missing you," and then he hugs him. And Indy says, "You're my good friend." And I'm not calling Indy out. I'm not saying he's not thankful or he doesn't have love for Sala, but I'm just wondering, is that just the highest? Like, is that? I mean, because after this escapade,
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be as tight as you're gonna be.
But
and
he
you
is
just
also
wonder, is that his top? That's like the 5-star right there.
Mhm. He is also beaten up and wrung out. I mean, do you ever have to like tell somebody thank you after a long day of move? Like if somebody helps you move and you're like, "Hey man, you're my best friend in the world." Like you're not going to be like, we connect on so many levels. You're like, "Let's get pizza. Shut up."
I'm just laying down on the sidewalk. Leave me alone.
Imagine. I love that we're moving the end table out. Man, we connect on so many levels.
Yeah, well, you say that a lot. Every time you have me come over to your house every week to move the end table and
watch the corner.
No,
But
thanks,
Indy's the jerk that didn't get pizza. Like,
Yeah.
Indy's the guy that's just like, "Oh yeah, hey, thanks guys, appreciate it. You're my friends."
Yeah, but no, I agree. Like even if Indy were completely well rested and hadn't just been in a big truck chase and everything, you may have gotten just a little bit more out of him. But I do think he's sort of like, because I'm trying to think of other movies. Do we ever see Indy be like, "Buddy, my pal, there's the old guy"? Like maybe with Marcus a little bit when he hears that he's going to go after the Ark of the Covenant.
He does that in Cloud City when he first sees Lando.
True.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was a weird sequel, right?
I didn't totally follow it.
No, I mean, is he just? No, you're right. Is that maybe that's his highest praise, and you know that? Yeah, maybe that's just who he is.
I mean, he hasn't even been that demonstrative with Marion. And we know how he feels about her.
Yeah. He's like the dad who waits till you graduate college to go, like, for the very first time in your life, go, good job. Okay, let's drive home. It's too much emotion.
Handshake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Proud of you. Here's my dad's watch.
Yeah, he's dead. Just to be clear, he's dead, and I'll be dead soon, too. Okay, let's
cycle of life.
You'll be dead soon, too. Anyways.
Good job.
Yeah.
We should mention that Katanga is George Harris, and all the nerds out there will recognize him as Kingsley Shacklebolt from Harry Potter.
What?
There you go. Yeah, I know. Actually, who? Paul Sullivan pointed that out to us, or at least pointed that out to me on the Facebook page. I was like, "Whoa, really? Katanga he's an actor? He's like in other stuff? You can find him elsewhere?"
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
No, he's not acting through that turtleneck.
No, he's being through that turtleneck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that is method turtlenecking.
I feel bad. Marion still doesn't have her shoes, and she's still like just wearing tattered rags.
Yeah. Well, she goes from one tattered dress to another in this movie.
Yeah, she's by the beach. It's nice.
Yeah.
What do you think? You think maybe Omar would have brought her up?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a really good point. Well, I don't know. I'm wondering if maybe they I don't know, took a minute out to I mean, Indy was shot in the arm in the truck chase, and they probably needed to get him some medical attention somewhere. So, yeah, maybe it's all been kind of rushed, and that's why they're just rejoining Sala now, and they didn't have time to stop and get her a new wardrobe.
Sala, take me to Kohl's.
The skirt, she needs a new one.
Oh, there's
my
a
good
Payless right around the corner. Great.
Meet me at Payless. I'm going after that truck.
Where are they going?
You were asking this last time. He says it.
I'm going to ask this every minute.
They're going to England. They're going to London.
Yeah, they're going to England on this, cover of the night vessel.
Yeah. What's wrong
So
with that?
the Ark is going to England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Land
Going
of
right to
the
the
free.
British Museum.
Where the U.S. government is.
I mean,
what are they supposed to do?
I mean, of course.
It's closer than, whatever. America.
America. Yeah, America wasn't America then. It was just the United
Yeah,
States.
the U.S. The Yanks.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be safe. That's a nice, cozy place to bring an Ark.
Yeah, they're allies.
The Pentagon in England.
Whatever. Jesus Christ, what do you want them to do?
I don't know. Go to the United States? Where they want
Eventually.
the Ark?
British Museum.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, it's like Porkins. I mean, did you hear Porkins have? Yeah, did Porkins have an accent, a British accent? I mean,
know what your
Pete, I'm not
problem is.
surprised. I don't know how you're not jumping all over some conspiracy theory here.
Well, it's coming.
Let it brew. Yeah. The best conspiracy theories are the ones you didn't see coming.
Yeah. I think Indy's doing what he can.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
not
All
like
right.
today.
All right.
It's not like you get on a jet plane and just fly anywhere. You gotta go do a kind of piecemeal.
Yeah, he's a raider. Raiders don't have a lot of energy at the end of the day. They've been raiding.
That's right. You can't draw a line on the red line on the map. You can't make it go all the way across the Atlantic in one go. You got to kind of
All right.
do little baby
okay.
steps, little hopscotch. It's gonna be
It's
all
just
right.
there's nowhere in this movie is there England anything.
Oh, Jesus
That's all,
Christ.
except for New England. And you
That's
guys
right.
are even wrong about that.
Nobody thinks so.
All right.
What about the college he teaches at?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Just curious.
Yes. Jerry has a hard time, and Jerry and Pete have a hard time believing that Marshall College is in New England.
All right. Well, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. It could be. For years, I thought the School and Dead Poets Society was in New England. It's in Georgia. Horrifying, isn't
Whoa.
it? Horrifying.
Now wait a minute.
Unbelievable.
That's just plain weird.
Yeah, doesn't make any sense.
I like having New Englanders on the show. This is good.
I would like to point out that if you enjoyed last week's episodes with Jamie Benning, his fantastic filmumentary that intersperses behind the scenes and making of stuff with the movie has some cool stuff about the ship here, the Bantu Wind. Norman Reynolds, the production designer, found the ship before they started filming Raiders, and he thought the ship was perfect for the movie. It had this great distressed look and was all rusty. And sometime between then and when they were about to start filming, whoever owned the ship decided to paint it so it looked brand new. And so literally 2 days before they filmed this scene, they had to have a bunch of painters come out and paint the ship to look like it was rusty again.
Oh my God.
Oh, my God.
Everybody's a jerk. A well-meaning jerk.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Hey, at least it looks rustic and rusted now.
It looks like it's got that Lusitania look to it, but with fewer smokestacks. So there's also that sort of that thing's going down feel to it.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, Jerry, you don't want to go sailing directly across the Atlantic in 1936 necessarily.
As far as I'm concerned, if Katanga owns it, it might as well be a bicycle and it's fine.
Yeah, what if the name of the ship were like the I'm Gonna Live Forever? The SS Gonna Live Forever.
Right.
They make I don't know if you know this, but there's a couple of people make Bantu Wind t-shirts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I want
Are
one.
they turtlenex?
Oh God, you're right.
Oh my God.
Now I want a turtleneck T-shirt.
Yeah, really. Gonna start a new thing.
A sleeveless turtleneck t-shirt. Just do it. Just go meathead on the
Turtleneck muscle
arms.
shirt. Yeah.
Perfect.
Chilly at the beach, but I gotta beat someone up.
With these.
Yeah, Katanga. Guys, we brought it full circle.
Beautiful. Look at us go. Well, now that we're full circle, does anyone have anything else for 91?
I see that minute is like exhausted on the ground, barely breathing.
Yeah, really. That minute had a hard
After
time.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Sean.
Yeah.
Tell us and everybody listening where they can find out about you and your doings.
Oh, sure. You just find me on Twitter at Sean Crespo, or come see my show at UCB East, Lasers in the Jungle, every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. It's $5. It's awesome. We have a lot of great guests. And yeah, you can find that's enough.
What kind of show is it? What do you do on the show?
Oh, I'm a stand-up comic, and I co-host the show with a couple of my buddies who are stand-up comics, and we have some in New York and LA's best comedians pop by every week, and it's super tight. It's a really weird time. It's from 7:30 to 8:40.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Why that? But it's because of the way the theater is run. They got to clear it out for 15 minutes, get the next show ready, and but yeah, it's a lot of fun here in New York. Come on by.
And Pete, where can people find us, not locally, but virtually?
Look us up on Facebook or come to our website, indianajonesminute.com. You can find all of our episodes, and you can find Jamie Benning's filmumentary I was mentioning on the show. Check it out. It's in the library section, and it's fantastic.
And please, everybody come back tomorrow for minute 92 of Raiders of the Lost Ark here on the Indiana Jones Minute.
Tommy,
Ugh.
you're my good friend.
I'm already missing you. I felt it in my arm when you said that. It killed.